Let us discuss this question from greatest integer function, which includes integration of the given expression, and it has been asked in JEE 2026. See, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 you have to integrate, and the function is like this: 12 into 3 plus greatest integer function x divided by 3 plus greatest integer function sin x plus greatest integer function cos x into dx. These are the options. We just rewrite the expression like this, and we will discuss this point of definite integrals, lower limit and upper limit. Let us see. X is minus pi by 2, so minus 3.14 by 2. You know pi is 3.14. When you divide, you minus 1.57. Again, when x is pi by 2, the upper limit 3.14 upon 2 1.57. So between these two intervals, there are minus 1 and 0, and 1 will come as integers. Okay. So we'll divide the whole interval into sub-intervals where the breaking point happens at the integers for this greatest integer function x. So we'll take into consideration like this, and you can see on the number line that 0 minus 1, this is minus 1.57, this is 1, this is 1.57 point. So you can see minus 1, 0 and 1 are the integral parts, and this is your lower limit, this is your upper limit. Minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Now one more thing, we will discuss about the sin x and cos x nature, so that we can deal with the greatest integer function of sin x and greatest integer function of cos x. So as we know that when x is negative, cos of minus x is again a cos x, means it will give you a positive value throughout. So if x is lying between minus 1.57 and 1.57, this interval, cos x value will be greater than or equal to 0 and less than 1, because we know that cos x, the range of cos x is minus 1 to plus 1, but within this interval its range will be from 0 to 1, because positive values. So positive values from 0 to 1. As cos 90 is 0, you know, for that reason, and cos 0 comes here, so 1, so 0 to 1 up to. When x is negative, sin of minus x is minus sin x. So for x, for this interval, minus 1 to 1.57 to 0, in this interval means minus 1.57 up to 0, sin x value will be negative. Okay. So negative means, you know, sin x range is minus 1 to plus 1. So negative lies from minus 1 to 0. So minus 1 less than or equal to sin x less than 0 for this interval. Similarly, for the interval x belongs to 0 to 1.57, then 0 to 1.57. In this interval, sin x value will be 0 to 1, means 0 less than or equal to sin x and less than 1. And this information will be helpful in finding this integration. Okay. So our function under the integrand is like this: 12 into 3 plus greatest integer function x, 3 plus greatest integer function sin x plus greatest integer function cos x. Range is from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So sub intervals are minus pi by 2, minus 1, minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1, and 1 to pi by 2. So we will write the same expression will be written under this integrals, only the limit has been subdivided into the subintervals. Now see, within this range minus pi by 2 to minus 1, your value for the greatest integer function x was there here, can you see, and its value in this range will be minus 2. You just see this diagram that minus 1.57 up to minus 1, whatever will be the value of x, its greatest integer function will be minus 2 for that reason. Similarly, if the x comes under this range, then its greatest integer function will be minus 1. For this interval, greatest integer value will be 0, and for this interval, greatest integer function will be, for x will be 1. That we will use. And for sin x and cos x, we take help of these two informations. So let us see. Minus pi by 2 to minus 1, 12 into 3 plus, first case minus 2, greatest integer function x. 3 plus minus 1. Why? Because for the negative case, sin x will be negative and its greatest integer value will be minus 1, because minus 1 to 0. And for cos x, the value will be 0 less than equal to cos x less than 1, because positive values, so 0 to 1, so greatest integer value for that particular range will be 0. Similarly for this, minus 1 to 0, 12 into 3 plus minus 1. Okay, minus 1 to 0, so minus 1 will be value. 3 for sin x, again minus 1, because negative interval, so it will give you minus 1 for the greatest integer value of sin x. And cos x greater than a value in this interval also, it will be 0, because we have already seen it. Again for the another interval 0 to 1, greatest integer function x is 0, and here sin x is from 0 to 1, it is 0, and greatest integer value of cos x is 0, because negative case minus 1, for the positive case 0 to 1, so greatest integer value will be sin x 0. Okay, and cos x also 0. For this interval also 1 to pi by 2, 12 into 3 plus 1, because greatest integer value in this range 1 to 1.57, so 1. And 3 plus sin x is greatest integer value of sin x is 0 in this interval, positive case, and here also greatest integer value for cos x, as it is in the positive side, so 0. Now we will simply do the calculations, very easy. 12 into 1 upon 2, this is 12 into 2 upon 2, this is 12 into 3 upon 3, 12 into 4 upon 3. You can see here. Okay, denominator is 3 for the last two integrands, and denominator is 3 minus 1 2, this is also 3 minus 1 2, and the numerator is 12 into 1, 12 into 2, 12 into 3, and 12 into 4. Now we'll put the definite integral value, so minus 1 plus pi by 2, 2 6 ja, so 6, here also 2 6 ja, so 12 into 0 minus of minus 1, here also 3 4 ja, so 12 into 1 minus 0, 3 4 ja, so 16, pi by 2 minus 1. So when you will do the calculation, you will get 11 pi plus 2. So option B is the correct option.